begin. Alright.
Welcome back, Space Cadets, to Hal and Dave's trip to Jupiter.
I'm gonna get the sad one over with.
Oh, yeah.
Let's
Yeah.
Rest in peace is all I can say. I'm gonna
Tui Trang,
Yeah.
no longer with us, unfortunately, but for some part of history has provided us with the Yellow Ranger.
Yeah, who, let's get the obvious joke out of the way. She's a man in Japan. The Yellow Ranger was originally a boy.
I thought the joke was going to be that she was Asian, but okay.
Well, no, I wasn't I'm not that tactless. No, look. The joke with the Yellow Ranger is that, well, it's usually that the character was male in Japan.
This is true.
So, the original character was and here's his name, Boy.
His name was Boy, and he was a boy.
B-O-I. And, yeah, the original character was male. So we're going to play as the female Yellow Ranger using a male sprite.
So when she gets all buff and morphed, that's just appropriate.
That's just accurate to the source material.
Power Rangers using all that found footage from the Japanese show. So, okay, this is actually really funny to me. We're in a sewer level, and having grown up playing like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles beat 'em ups, like those games always obviously had to have a sewer level, but how that is just a staple of all beat 'em ups is hilarious to me.
Well, you always gotta go into the sewers, you know? Oh, look, it's Scoletta.
Is this what? Ah, you killed me! You killed me, Scoletta! Oh, and those electrified icebergs?
Electrified debris?
I guess they're like someone just dropped their 1990s computer into the sewer. They flushed it down the toilet when it died.
Oh no! Oh come on! All right, can I go?
Aha.
Okay, I can't go into the water.
You probably just can't touch the debris.
Yeah, I was. It's kind of like it's a force of habit with me that like anytime like I'm near water, I'm like thinking I'm going to die. I'm going to die in a video game, and I died.
But she's fine.
Yeah, you know she's fine.
Yep.
I think.
So yeah, again, like Trini was only like the season 1, I guess into season 2, because like midway through season 2 they replaced the Power Rangers actors
with Aisha.
Yeah,
It was 3 of them. It was Jason, Trini, and Zach were replaced with Aisha, Rocky, and Adam.
Yeah. I mean, again, you were saying you thought the Pink Ranger was cute. Oh yeah. I feel like I didn't think much of the female Rangers until I was older. But I think Aisha's probably the cutest one.
Hey, I'm not arguing.
She's pretty fabulous.
I'm not arguing.
Oh my God,
you.
you're hiding behind the pole.
Yes.
They'll never find me.
They'll never find me behind the pole.
Oh. Wait, can you do like a jump down?
Yeah, I didn't know. It's kind of one of those things of like
You destroyed the debris.
I apparently can.
You destroyed the ancient computer.
The problem is with this thing is I'm not really sure how like the areas work well because look, if I see purple water in a video game, I assume that's just gonna kill me.
I mean, that's reasonable.
Like, you know, I was taught by video games that no matter what, I probably will die.
Don't drink the purple Kool-Aid, kids. That's a little Hal&Dave PSA. Don't drink the purple Kool-Aid.
Don't drink purple Kool-Aid, but drink Ecto Cooler.
Oh, you're down.
Well, I'm dead. Game over. All right.
Well, hey, it saves your password.
Yeah.
So you can continue.
5113.
It's not over.
All right. So I died as the Yellow Ranger. Should I choose someone else?
You're the pilot.
All right. You know what? We're gonna go red.
Tyrannosaurus.
Tyrannosaurus. But what happened was that the Rangers were replaced because of a paycheck issue. Well,
yeah, well, I mean, they realized they were on like the most popular kids show in America, and they wanted to get paid like they were.
Hey, dude, I agree. Dude, like,
yeah.
Jason was one of personal...
Oh, man, Saban is like a cheap bastard, it sounds like.
I'd rather not go into it because the Jewish jokes might start flying. While I am Jewish, I'd rather...
I can confirm this. In my database, it says that Dave is indeed Jewish.
Yes, I am. But no, Saban always had issues with that, and especially because I've always not been a fan of how they've handled it at times. Especially because, like, again, it is...
Did they do... Were there other instances of, like, Rangers getting changed because of, like, issues with the actors?
Let me put it this way. They stopped worrying about changing actors after Mighty Morphin ended. Yeah. Well, okay. I probably should say they stopped worrying about it after In Space. In Space, for people who don't know, was... There's, like, different eras of Power Rangers, and that's considered the last Zordon era show, in a way. Some people also include Lost Galaxy with that. I don't, personally, but... Alright, so a bit of lore here. In Space was the last show to feature Zordon because the Red Ranger killed Zordon. But at that point...
Well, that was, what was his name, Andros?
Yeah, Andros. But at that point, there were several replacement Rangers. The Rangers from... Most of the In Space cast was from Turbo.
Really? I thought a lot of them were new.
No. Like, halfway through Turbo... Tommy gets replaced with TJ and the rest of them. Well, okay, let me put it this way. It's the Power Rangers in Space are made up of 4 Rangers from Turbo. Basically, everyone except Justin, the Kid Ranger.
Yeah. Whoa, is that just a giant turkey leg?
My Castlevania comparisons are apt, apparently. Not necessarily,
Delicious chicken from a crate.
Yes. Crate chicken, my favorite. But, so, when they replaced, but anyway, afterwards, they decided to follow the Super Sentai method, which is every year replace the Rangers. And actors.
I think that works better, because the way they were using footage... So I was recently on Netflix, I was watching some Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, and there was an episode where they got into a big fight with the Thunder Megazord, and all of a sudden I noticed the original Megazord in this footage.
Yeah.
Because they recycled a monster, and I'm like, what's this cheap shit?
Actually, to tell you the truth, that was not from the original footage of Zoo Ranger. I know the episode you're talking about.
The ZU2 footage?
Yeah, which is... Oh, God.
Yeah, so the original Power Rangers footage was from Zoo Ranger, and then... Saban commissioned Toei, I believe it was Toei, right?
Toei, yeah.
Yeah, and they commissioned them to go make extra footage just for the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers because they wanted to keep going with it. Whoa. Because it was so hot in America and they had really iconic looks. They didn't want to lose any of that.
Hold it. Oh, we gotta do this.
It's the eye guy.
Tyrannosaurus! But,
cool
it wasn't just that, to an extent. Yeah. It was also what happened.
The strangest thing to me is that they commissioned all this like footage for ZU2 as they call it, and then they went ahead and used a bunch of like Die Ranger stuff anyways with the Megazords.
Well, here's the thing: the problem came from the fact that they just couldn't afford more of it. That was really the problem. They had like a limited amount, and they decided to just adjust it.
Stingy budget. Thanks, Saban.
Yeah. But here's the other aspects, too, was that they were planning on the White Ranger for the ZU2 footage for another reason. They actually were planning on new Megazords.
I've seen the concept art for the different Megazords and how, like, the Tiger Zord would combine with the original Dinozords.
Yeah.
And that looks pretty amazing. You are crawling.
I know.
This guy's just got his spike wall. His spike wall falling behind you. Can you attack him? Yeah. Oh, he's dead.
He dies
because my only purpose was to deliver spikes to the people.
Yeah, no, so what they did was they created the Z2 footage, and they ended up deciding not to. Here's the thing: they were running out of footage anyway, so they just did what they could.
Yeah, especially for the Green Ranger, who his character died in the original Z Ranger footage.
Yeah, and here's the thing.
That whole business of the power candle was really like the lifespan that he had remaining.
Well, the Green Ranger is also interesting, because they were actually going to give Jason David Frank his own starring vehicle. But because he was popular as Tommy, they put him back on Power Rangers. The original starring vehicle was a show called Cybertron. And Cybertron wasn't used for a specific reason.
Homeworld of the Transformers.
Exactly. But Cybertron became something else and became a non-starring vehicle. It became VR Troopers.
Wait, you can swim? Can you fight while you're swimming?
Oh, no, I can't.
Ooh.
It's so they can just get free stabs on me.
They get free... We are made of rock! We sink to the bottom!
Like, I can't... Like, that's really annoying, actually, just because it's like...
Oh, that is. I mean, okay, so this is like a Bandai game. I don't know where Bandai was in the 90s. But hey, maybe we'll play this sometime. But I remember seeing on the old Power Rangers games on the Sega Genesis, which were actually made by Band Presto, which was like Bandai's game division. Which these days we fondly remember them for Super Robot Wars.
Oh, they made a lot of Super Sentai and crossover games and Ultraman, Kamen Rider, stuff like that. Dude, there's a Gundam Kamen Rider sumo game made by them.
Do I need to get my hands on like the Ultimate Battle?
Yeah, we could get the Ultimate Battle, but nah. Anyway, back in the day, but yeah.
And by hands I mean robotic claws.
Your hands, your robotic club.
Okay, that wall jump was pretty rad.
Yeah, now I kind of wish that's actually a really cool feature. Okay, so I'm gonna wait for this. Red Ranger!
I love those shots of them where they just like flip over the camera, and it's clearly a camera that's been placed on the ground, and they just do like these flips over them.
Oh, no, that's really cool.
But when they put it all together in the footage, it looks like they jumped really high in the air and did a spin.
Yeah! I always love the grunts in Power Rangers, if I'm being honest.
Ooh, okay, so do you have to like start by jumping off the left wall instead of the right wall?
Maybe. Let's see.
Yeah,
Okay.
try the left wall. Oh, maybe you got it? Yeah.
I got it! I am the ultimate Red Ranger. I'm doing really well.
Tyrannosaurus ain't got nothing on this.
I'm doing well as the Red Ranger. I might stick with him.
I mean, I don't think he plays any differently, but hey.
His civilian form actually has a bit more stuff going on with him, so he's a little bit better on that end.
See, I really like the Power Rangers the movie game because it lets you choose when you morph. You will always morph once you've reached the boss of the level, but until then, propellers. Oh man. So there's a trap like this in a much better game. Mega Man ZX, I remember, has something like this in one of its like final stages, where you have to like navigate, and there's spikes all over the place.
Yeah. Oh god! Oh god! He's gonna stab me!
Actually, there is a number of games that I'm like, if modders really wanted to reskin these games, they could make a really cool Power Ranger out of it.
Well, actually, one of the Tokusatsu games from back in the day was reskinned as a different game entirely to bring it over to America.
Oh.
I believe it was Soul Brain and something else. I forget what it was called, though. But anyway, just...
I just remember thinking, like, like Mega Man Zero or ZX would be... has, like, the base mechanics of what could be a really cool Power Rangers game. And then also, I was like, what if they just reskin Metal Gear Rising as a Power Rangers game?
That would be hilarious.
And, like, the putties, like, you just cut up the putties with, like, your sword. You just be, like, the Red Ranger or something.
Well, here's the thing. If anybody knows about the anime Kashan, that was kind of the intention with Metal Gear Rising, was to make a Kashan game.
Like artificial human Cashern.
Yeah, that was actually the intention.
No, I know him as Cashern because that's how they chose to localize the one series.
Cashern Sins?
Yeah, Cashern Sins.
Yeah, that was a good
one. He
one.
was really cool, he looked like Mega Man X.
Yeah, that one was great. Dark, but great.
I still need to see like the rest of it. I saw like the first half of it, I think. He was still like wandering the wastes and being blamed for the destruction of the world.
Well, of course. Like, what else are you going to do with your life? You're just blamed for everything. I'm just kidding.
That sounds like my life.
We call it the Spider-Man phenomenon. You're just blamed for everything.
Oh
Anyway.
no, Aunt May is old. It's my fault.
Aunt May is old and dying. It's my fault. Well, there was one case where he gave her his radioactive blood and she got like sick from it.
I'm surprised she didn't turn into a spider.
Yeah, you know what? If I'm being honest.
Spider May does whatever a Spider May can. All right, we're fighting the eye guy.
The eye dude.
The eyes have it.
I didn't take damage from that laser.
Oh no, wait, okay, so your health meter is like a color. You are over the maximum health limit, and so therefore you have like a color gauge that doesn't deplete yet, because the color indicates your status.
Well,
see, now it's depleting because you're back down to green.
Fair.
And it's headed towards yellow. So, yeah, you gotta take care of yourself, man.
No, I gotta fight like a boss.
Ah. Okay, so... yeah, if you...
The issue I have with this game is that it's very hard to shift, like...
your stance?
Yeah, essentially. I have 3 lives, essentially. I'm good.
Yeah. I was gonna say, like, from over here, it's like, man, that should have been easy to dodge, but I got you. Once you're in the driver's seat, it's way harder. Yeah, you just gotta like watch his movements. Okay, you know what? This boss actually appeals to my like game design sensibilities because it's very much like what makes a game like Dark Souls good, where the boss has really predictable tells, and it's up to you to avoid them.
Yeah. Admittedly, like here's the thing: it's very hard for me to shift from a combo to actually like like because it's hard to shift.
Well, I
from
mean,
attack.
can you immediately cancel out of it?
No, you can't cancel.
You can't cancel out of an attack to jump.
Yeah.
Okay, see that's the thing.
So like, ooh. So very much like
Oh no.
I kind of have the idea down. It's just very hard for me to like switch and cancel. So
yeah, because let's be clear. Dave and I hate the saying "it's the Dark Souls of something."
it's let me put it this way: Dark Souls to me wasn't the first hard game.
No, as children of the 80s, we know that hard games were many.
Dude, there's always been like one hard game in each generation where everybody's like, this is the hardest game ever.
Jump.
Like,
Yeah, just like take it slow, like count your hits even. But like Dark Souls does that really well, where enemies have really predictable patterns, but it's up to you to dodge them or guard them. And so you need to know when you have your opening for hits.
Alright.
Is he dead?
I think he's going to his second form.
Oh my god!
Which is another floaty eye thing.
Oh hey, it's another floating enemy. Yeah, okay, just use your like basic jump attack, yeah. Because I think he's actually... He seems like kind of an easier form when you think about it. But yeah, like basic like game design is just like you have these enemies that have... Like basic good game design is enemies that have real predictable tells.
Yeah.
And then it's up to the player to figure them out.
Well, the thing with like stuff like this...
Like even hard games, you know, like old school hard games like Contra or Mega Man or something.
Well, I've never been a big fan of it has a lot of HP and defense, so it's just an endurance run of the player.
You want to bomb him?
I don't remember how... Oh yeah, here's the bomb.
Tyrannosaurus bomb!
Tyrannosaurus bomb!
Did it? Oh my god, it did it, yeah!
Yeah!
Alright.
We did it, and I was at a sliver of health.
Excellent. Area clear.
Excellent!
3904.
Whoa. But no.
Alright. We narrowly survived this expedition, Space Cadets.
Yep.
But we'll see you next time on Hal&Dave's trip to Jupiter.
Well, see ya. I forget how many levels there are in this.